Rajkummar Rao, what a pleasure it is, bro, to meet you. And how good was 3 and how good were you and the entire team?
Thank you so much, Hrishi. It's always a pleasure, man, to talk to you. I'm so glad we're doing this.
You know, Vidhu Vinod Chopra is a man with a great respect and a great body of work. And it's so obvious that, you know, you're now doing a film with him, which means you've arrived in a lot of ways. When you got that first call and when you met him, what really went through your entire psyche?
So Vinod sir is my senior from the institute, FTI. I remember as a student, you know, when I was studying there between 2005 2008, and he used to come there quite often because we all who are, you know, passed out from FTI, we keep going there back there. I remember seeing him and thinking, wow, such a big producer, such a big director. You know, how you as an actor, you want to just say, okay, hi sir, I'm studying here. So I think I met him very briefly there, him and Raju sir both. And then of course after these like 8 years now, I'm doing a film with him, which is a surreal feeling. But I have immense respect for him, for his choice of scripts, the kind of films he has made himself. And when I got the call, I met Shelly, our director, who's also Vinod sir's sister. And she told me about the idea and I read the script because I prefer reading it myself. And then and there I immediately said yes to it because it touched me somewhere. You know, it talks about something very important which I personally feel very strongly about, but in a very entertaining way, in a very, you know, light-hearted way, but still it pierces through your heart.
Yes, Mr. Kapoor, who says these most wonderful things about you. I think he's most struck by the fact that he's met many wonderful actors. You're also a wonderful talent, but he keeps saying that you have great values. You know, he sees those middle-class values that he's been brought up in. You know, he says you have a stable girlfriend, you've stuck by her, you have a stable job, your attitude towards work, and the personal praise must be very fulfilling. The professional praise everybody is giving you.
Oh yeah, because I want to be known as, you know, I don't want to be known only for my work, but for me it's the person which counts first, and then your work comes. So I want to lead a very normal life because I'm from a very humble middle class background and I know my values. I believe in equality, I believe in being secular, I believe in thinking about others first and then probably about yourself. And I try and just imbibe them in my work as well. I try and be as sincere as I am as a person, and probably that's what connects with everyone, because I am in a way, you know, reflecting, like when I talk about Newton, I could connect with that character because I'm somebody who believes in justice, in doing the right thing. Same with like Ek Ladki Ko Dekha to Aisa Laga. It's something which is close to my heart because, as I said, I feel for this, I feel for the community. I understand the loneliness, and I want to help in whatever way possible.
Also, it must be so wonderful to play a playwright. You know,
Yeah.
Sahil Mirza is a playwright.
Yeah.
He's written this story as a writer, and you come across so many writers when you're as an actor, and that world is very unique. Some of them are so intelligent yet so introverted.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. In a way, I was reliving my theatre days from Delhi. You know, going back to the stage, writing and blocking actors, and he's also a director. He directs plays as well, and I think that's what I loved about him, because Sahil Mirza, my character in the film, he comes from a very influential background. He could have chosen a very, you know, smooth life, but he is a rebel. He wants to do things on his own terms. So that's the reason he's left everything and is now directing plays and writing plays, because he wants to make his own identity. And in that journey, how he meets Sonam, and then of course, everything just shifts.
Bro, you are the kind of person who, if you love a song, you must have play acted to it when you were a child.
Oh yeah.
You know, we saw in Coffee with Karan all these instances of you play acting a song.
Yeah.
At what point did you see 1942 and saw Mr. Kapoor do this song?
Yeah.
And did you do it in front of a mirror, in front of your friends?
No, not in front of a mirror. But yeah, of course, I remember, you know, seeing the film and seeing the song especially. It used to come a lot at that, you know, point in Chitrahar and all during, you know, TD days. And yeah, I used to enact whatever he was doing. Of course, I just didn't tear my pillow apart. But apart from that, I was doing everything. I was riding cycle, you know, singing this song, singing the same lyrics. I also fell in love with the cap that he was wearing. It was so prominent, that cap, that whole look of his. And of course, we all loved Manisha in the song. Manisha ma'am looked, she's such an eternal beauty. I always loved her, even in Dil Se, I think she looked gorgeous. So yeah, I've done all that. Yeah.
You see Juhi Chawla and suddenly you're transported back into the girl from QSQT.
Yeah.
It's almost as though these people never age and they keep that innocent. I mean, she's still giggling, hanging out.
Yeah.
You know, a lot has been said about Mr. Kapoor, but your learnings from Juhi ma'am.
Yeah, she's a happy-go-lucky, if if I can say girl, she is. She is very chirpy, very bubbly. I think that is something which has always reflected in her work as well. We all remember her from her characters from QSQT or Yes Boss, Ishq. I think that's her own personality as well in a way. She likes being happy. She likes keeping things around her, very happy. People always are giggling in front of her. I think, and I've learned a lot from her. But equally, I think she's equally passionate and dedicated when it comes to her work, just like Anil sir.
And Shirley, I believe she had to go through a lot of struggle, even though it was her brother's film. One got rejected, and she had to keep going and pitching this again and again. She seems like somebody who's not taken the easy road out. A little bit about your director.
Yeah, of course. We all know Vinod sir, he's a taskmaster. He just won't approve a script if he doesn't believe in it. That's the reason he rejected her first script. And then she wrote this one. She took a couple of years in writing. But this came from her heart. I think she has had a lot of personal experiences as well. That's what she was mentioning earlier. And I think that the way when I read it and the whole cast, the way it touched us, I think I'm sure the same way it did touch Vinod sir as well. That's the reason he said, this is a lovely script and we should definitely make it.
You look at Mr. Kapoor and you feel he's such an instinctive actor. Everything is so natural, this, that. But apparently there's a certain method even in that madness. He likes retakes, he likes doing it till he gets it right.
Well, because he's chasing perfection. He doesn't, he's a very hard-working actor. And he believes in rehearsals, he believes in everything should be just right the way it should be. And I think that comes from, of course, a lot of experience as well. But still, I think at this stage, at this stature that he is at this point of life, he can just give a take and say, no, I'm done, it was good, let's move on. But no, he's somebody who is still trying to make everything perfect. And not only about him, the whole scene, he thinks about the whole scene. He would stand for my cues, he would give me cues with the same passion that he was doing during his takes.
Now, we're not going to reveal the story, but just the fact that after the Supreme Court ruling, it has cinema as a reflection of society. And it's wonderful now that filmmakers can take the daring to approach subjects like LGBTQ. You must have friends in the community, and this must make them so happy that you're part of this.
Yeah, a lot of people have seen the film, and the kind of feedback I'm getting is that we are very happy that you are a part of this film. Because a lot of I'm not sure, but maybe there are people who would say it's a risky subject and people, we don't really talk about LGBTQ in our films. But I've done Aligarh as well earlier, which was of course a very sensitive personal film. This is a more, I would say, commercial film. But I've always done films which can reflect what's happening around in our society, and I believe in that. That as actors, if you ever given a chance, if you ever get an opportunity, you should definitely talk about things that you feel very strongly about.
A lot of people say Sonam is from a privileged background, but what I've loved about her is despite that privileged background, she really is so basic in her value systems. You must have found that too, a little bit about Sonam.
No, she is a very real girl. She doesn't carry that baggage that I'm Sonam Kapoor, I'm an actor, I'm a star, I'm Anil Kapoor's daughter. No, she's a very real person, very grounded. She's very accessible. It's very easy to talk to her, and she's very helpful. And me and her, we've done one film like earlier as well. And since then, I think we're great friends. We bond really well. We talk about a lot of things, personal, professional. It's just fun working with her always.
How was the coffee with Karan thing? I mean, man, it's so cool. What I love about you is, you can go and sit at a chai ki tapri, wherever it is, in Gurgaon or in Mumbai, and you can enjoy your tea there, and you can go to a 5-star hotel and you can be Mr. Cool Rajkummar. So you were so at ease there, man. So you had fun, eh?
I had a lot of fun. I was looking forward to the episode even before we shot, because I just wanted to have fun. I just wanted to, because we all know, especially after a lot of controversies that happened, people were like, "No, your episode is coming. I hope there's nothing controversial." I said I was just being myself. I don't know if it's controversial or not, but I just had a lot of fun. I was laughing a lot. I saw it like recently. I realized we were just laughing, me and Bhumi and Karan, we just couldn't stop laughing on everything. But it was fun. I think it's fun to sit on that couch and listen to Karan's, of course sometimes can be quirky, but it's fun being there, to win that hamper. Of course, Bhumi was amazing. She was so competitive winning that hamper, and we both were like, we're so happy you won. But it just a lot of fun being on that set with Karan.
Well, I live, I learn. I knew about your dancing abilities and you being in a dance group before, but I had no clue you were a martial arts expert. So is this karate or jiu-jitsu or kung fu?
It's taekwondo. It's taekwondo. I've done it for 8-9 years. I've won like gold medal at national levels several times actually. But then since I started acting in class 11th, when I did my first professional play. Since then, I think somewhere I stopped practicing taekwondo because all my energy and focus went in acting. And since then, I'm just acting. I still practice it sometimes whenever I get time. It's like swimming, you know, once you know it, it's always in your body. You just have to practice it and get it back. I'm just waiting for that film. There's a film which where the character demands me to do some, you know, martial art actions. I will get back at it.
What are your goals in 2019? I mean, obviously to do great work and great parts, but from a personal perspective, have you set yourself a goal saying, I want to do this year? Like, for example, I've said that, you know, I might want to bring some wellness into my life, much needed. So do you have a fitness goal, a wellness goal that you've thought of for 2019?
Well, I'm planning to buy a house and I've almost zeroed down upon a house. So I think I'll have a nice house in 2019. And I want to travel. I love traveling. Me and Patralekhaa, we both love traveling, so I want to take, you know, as much off as possible and travel to the cities that we've never been to. And also, I wake up early, but I want to wake up even earlier. Like, I want to wake up by 5, I want to sleep by 10:30. I think I want to have a little more discipline in my life.
Wow, that's called the magic hour from 5 to 7.
Yeah.
Maybe get back to martial arts, Raj. I mean, what's the fitness routine going to be this year?
Well, I believe in a lot of like free hand workout. So I do that a lot. Also, it's easily accessible. You can do it in like wherever, in a hotel room, in a garden. So I do a lot of pull-ups, push-ups, squats, you know, double jumps, skipping, running. It just makes me happy. It's not. I don't feel it's boring.
And being a South Indian, I'm extremely proud that Patralekhaa is doing a Kannada movie.
Oh, she is. Yes. Where's my Kannada guy? It's an extremely entertaining script, and she's really excited about it. And I'm very happy that, you know, she is also getting into South industry. I think she has got that lovely face that, you know, which probably Trisha has or Samantha has, yeah.
And you haven't been offered any South parts. I mean, have you ever thought of doing something, you know, you're such a versatile actor, language can't be a bar.
Well, it can't be, yeah, you're right. But no, I was never offered like something which I would, you know, feel really excited about.
Raj, Mr. Kapoor and you are here. He apparently plays the Moga Dhirubhai Ambani.
Yes,
or Mukesh
Ambani from Moga.
So, what is the relationship between your character and Mr. Kapoor's character in the film?
We don't know each other in the film, but in the course, you know, we bump into each other, and the whole confusion, which is also in the trailer, where he's trying to, you know, hook me up with his daughter. Also, he's trying very hard Urdu just because he's a simple guy. He thinks I'm Sahil Mirza, I'm this theatre guy, so he should impress me with his Urdu. And that whole scene, the dinner table scene, which is in the trailer, we're saying, "Aap Habib hai, uns hai." And I say, "Sir, it's fine. Itni Urdu mujhe bhi nahi aati." He's a very sweet guy. But there are a lot of lovely scenes between us as well.
And did you actually shoot in the interiors of Punjab? Where did you shoot?
Oh yeah. We shot in Patiala most of the film.
And did you manage to go to the Golden Temple? Did you go do darshan? Were you close to Amritsar?
I've been to Golden Temple a couple of times, and I love going there. I love going to Admeshwari Dargah, to Vaishno Devi. I find a lot of peace, you know, at all these amazing sacred places.
Why were you put in a box during the trailer? What did it signify? I thought it was a very, very special idea. Whose idea was it?
I don't know honestly whose idea was it, but I'm sure it came from like our marketing or you know, sales team. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's a great idea. It's about like, you know, coming out of a glass box. Like, you know, we are somewhere, we are caged. I'm sure there must be people who are caged in their thoughts, who are caged in because of family pressure sometimes, or coming out, scared to come out of their sexuality maybe. So it's just about that. It's about, you know, coming out of a glass box and just telling everyone this is who I am and accept me the way I am.
I see you're so respectful to everybody, especially when Women's Day is coming up.
Yeah.
Just your thought on, you know, our mothers, sisters, our friends, our lovers, and women, and how special they are.
They are very special. You know, I have 2 women in my life who played a really important part in my life. My mother, of course, she's the first one, and then Patralekhaa. I think today, whatever I am today is because of these 2 lovely women in my life. And of course, they are, you know, whoever we are. Of course, we won't be there if they're not there. So yeah.
Bro, what are your future plans now? What's the next film you're going to start? Are you going to start filming immediately? Take a little bit of a break?
I've finished a couple of them, which will be releasing this year, and this year looks like a lot of fun. There's Patralekhaa, there's Made in China, there's Basu's next, that ensemble crime comedy we're shooting for. There's Hansal Sir's next, which is a small town quirky comedy for the first time we are doing together, which Love Ranjan has written, and he's a great writer, and of course I love his films as well. And then I'm going to start shooting now. There are a couple of exciting films, which I'm really sorry can't talk about them right now, but yeah, great work coming up.
I hope you get some time to travel. Have you found a window somewhere in the summer?
Oh yeah. I keep looking for that window. I keep telling my team, okay, between these two films, so we have 7 days, so maybe I'm just gonna vanish.
I remember you told me once about your Amsterdam trip. Any other trips after
Yeah.
that was really interesting? Yeah?
A lot of them are. Amsterdam actually was my first foreign trip ever. That me and during Queen, both me and Patralekhaa went there together. And since then we've been traveling. We've seen half of the world together. Yeah.
So what is a memorable place that you saw and you said, wow?
There's a small town called Zelensee in Austria. It's a really small town. You can actually walk down the whole town. It's covered with snow, like snow-covered mountains. So there's a beautiful lake out there, and there's very less population, and the weather was amazing. So I think that's something which is very special to both of us, because we were just exploring it on our own, walking down the whole town, and lovely people to talk to, great food.
And no adventure sports? Are you an adventure sports kind of guy, or just a quiet sit in cafes kind of person?
I'm mostly that kind of a person who would walk down and zero down upon a cafe and would go, and both of us would go and sit there and have our conversations over a cup of coffee. But I want to do some adventure sports. Like, we were just in London together for New Year's, so there's Winter Wonderland there. So we went there, both me and Patralekhaa, and Huma was also there. So both me and Huma were very excited about doing rides, and Patra was like, no, you guys go ahead. And we did some couple of a roller coaster and other rides. It was fun.
Brother, I love you much. Thank you for doing this, and see you very, very soon.
I love you too. Thank you, Hrishi. See you soon. Yes.